TCL QM8L advertises 144 Hz and game accelerator 288, but neither number tells you whether it is genuinely a good PS5 television, because Sony's console tops out at 4K 120 Hz and depends far more on reliable VRR, automatic low-latency switching, and HDR that remains impressive inside game mode. The good news is that the QM8L covers those essentials extremely well, while one of its less glamorous features could make it more practical than many premium alternatives. PS5 supports HDMI 2.1, 4K output at up to 120 Hz, VRR on compatible displays, and auto low latency mode, which means the QM8L's native 144 Hz panel provides more than enough performance for everything the console can currently deliver. Its additional refresh rate headroom does not make PS5 games exceed 120 frames per second, but it ensures that supported 120 Hz titles can run without the television becoming the limiting part of the setup. Variable refresh rate is especially valuable in games where performance moves between different frame rates, because the television can adjust its refresh cycle to the console's output, helping reduce visible tearing and making fluctuations feel smoother. Auto Game Mode switches the QM8L into its lower latency gaming settings, while the game bar keeps relevant controls accessible without making you search through the complete Google TV menu. The practical advantage many PS5 owners may appreciate most is the inclusion of 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs supporting 4K at up to 144 Hz, because you can connect the console, another gaming system, a PC, and an eARC soundbar without sacrificing the high bandwidth connection required by the PS5. If you're considering the TCL QM8L, I have linked it in the description below, where you can check today's price, availability, and buyer reviews, since TCL televisions often receive meaningful discounts. Cinematic PS5 games should benefit from the QM8L's SQD Mini LED backlight, which provides up to 4,000 plus dimming zones and up to 6,000 nits of claimed peak brightness across the series. These figures represent maximum capabilities rather than constant gameplay brightness, although they give the television enough HDR headroom to make sunlight, fire, metallic reflections, and colorful effects stand out while maintaining stronger contrast in caves, nighttime cities, and shadowy interiors. The main limitation compared with OLED remains pixel-level precision, because the QM8L controls lighting zones rather than switching every individual pixel off, so small bright HUD elements may produce slight blooming in a completely dark room. However, it compensates with stronger daytime brightness and greater peace of mind for players who repeatedly spend hundreds of hours with the same static interface visible. For PS5, the TCL QM8L is absolutely worth buying because it supports the console's meaningful features, including 4K 120, VRR, ALM, and modern HDMI connectivity, while its powerful mini LED hardware gives HDR games the brightness and contrast needed to look genuinely dramatic. The 144 Hz and 288 Hz claims are primarily relevant to PC gaming, but the core PS5 experience is exceptionally well covered without relying on either number. If you would like to check today's price, availability, or read buyer reviews, you will find the link in the description below.